Hello and welcome back to CEO.CA's Inside the Boardroom. My name is James Petham and today I'm joined by Jeff Swinoga, President, CEO and Director of Exploits Discovery Corp. Jeff, it's great to see you today.
Well, thanks, James. I got to say, I think you guys are doing a great job at CEO.CA, so keep up the great work.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Always fantastic to hear. Let's kick things off. Let's wind back the years. Tell us about Exploits Discovery and maybe the initial formation of the company amongst the Newfoundland Gold Rush.
Well, it's a great question because I think it's the first time kind of doing this with you. So for people that don't know the company, there was a gold rush that got kicked off in Newfoundland, the beautiful central Newfoundland. It all started with a company called Newfound Gold, a fantastic billion-dollar company. They had a huge hit, like 90 grams over 20 meters 4.5 years ago. And it just blossomed. They were hit after hit, and then all these other companies, they're trying to grab or get land around the Appleton Fault area where there's multiple faults, there's Dog Bay and others, but a lot of companies were trying to accumulate land around there. We got very fortunate. We were able to get a lot of land on that Appleton Fault. We recently staked property there. So I got to say, we're really well positioned. I think we got some of the most strategic land near Newfound Gold out of any company in the province. So we're really happy. And I guess, Newfound, just drill hole by drill hole, they've got 20 gold discoveries right now, all within about a 5-kilometer stretch just south of our Bullseye property. And they just did a transaction with Labrador Gold to accumulate more land. So congratulations to both companies. So that's sort of a quick summary of the area.
Yeah. Great. And can you tell us a bit more about the projects, the properties you acquired, and the work that's been done in the years since?
Yeah, sure. So for Exploits Discovery, it's a great company. We're about 4.5 years behind Newfound Gold, if you will. We just started drilling on our Bullseye property last year. We've got about $6 million in cash. We've got a great local team. They're all local, either from St. John's, Newfoundland, or Gander or Gambo. And great shareholders like Eric Sprott, legendary investor. He owns 16% of us, fantastic individual. And then Newfound Gold owns 8% of us as well. So we, I guess we started drilling on our Bullseye property last year. We staked it through the normal staking process, and we were just super happy. We beat out all these other competitors to get it. And we started drilling last year, and we basically hit on our first drill hole, visible gold. It was, I think, 14 grams per ton, and we kept drilling, 30-hole program, announced a horseshoe discovery, very similar geology, or same geology, if you will, to what the Newfound has to the south.
Yeah.
So super happy about that. But as soon as we announced our horseshoe discovery, Newfound came out with their Everest, K2, and Jackpot discovery. So we were like, okay, well, let's sort of learn what they're doing, and then we'll figure out, where our best opportunities are from there. So we went back and we started drilling again this year. So we're on phase 3 now.
Okay.
And just yesterday we announced some really good drill holes, and our first 3 we're calling it the Saddle Zone. Okay. And so that's great for Bullseye. I won't go on to. We'll probably ask more questions about it. But so we got Bullseye, and we got Gazebo, which is about 8 kilometers on the Appleton Fault to the north. And so we're super happy about our projects.
Yeah, lots of exciting work going on there. Can you tell us a bit more about those results that you put out this week?
Yeah, so best result was hole 15 in our 2024 program. 67 grams over 3.3 meters, which is roughly about 2 ounces of gold per ton over about maybe 11 feet.
Yeah.
So a great start. Very encouraging. A lot of people calling yesterday saying congratulations, and but more drill holes will be announced in the next coming weeks. And then, but the key thing for us is that we the team really interpreted the splay, so the Appleton Fault is like a feather. So you're going to have all these kind of splays coming off this fault, right? And this is what Newfound has found. So we're tracking this splay that we've interpreted going off to the northeast. And we kind of hit it on hole number 30 last year in our horseshoe program, and we hit it on hole 28. So, it's kind of a stretch to think it's all kind of lines up, but we're hitting on hole 28 now around the first 3 drill holes. And those are the results I'm talking about. So we're doing more drilling around there. But the goal would be to start extending that north to the northeast.
Okay.
And I'm not saying it's like an iceberg or a big discovery yet, but we need to do the work. And but we're very encouraged by these early results. Yeah.
Fantastic. And on the 2024 drill campaign, has that work concluded and you worked through a backlog of results, or are you still drilling at the moment?
Yeah, so the program is 2,500 meters.
Yeah.
So we're going to probably drill up to about 12 holes, and so the first 3 holes are great, and we'll keep people informed. We're trying to keep people. We want people to see the journey that we're going through. Because honestly, the team is super excited, and we want to kind of hopefully translate that excitement into the people that follow us.
Yeah, absolutely, and certainly an exciting time, in the market, gold pushing record highs.
Oh yeah, geez, what a great time. Yeah.
Let's talk a bit more about operating in Newfoundland. Tell us a bit more in terms of the workforce, the infrastructure. How does being in Newfoundland help advance the project?
Well, honestly, in my career, I've been about 26 years in mining. I've worked in Africa, I've worked in South America, very challenging jurisdictions sometimes.
Yeah.
But Newfoundland is fantastic. Like, the Bullseye project is 20-minute drive from Gander, Newfoundland. So if you and I were there, our coffee would still be warm by the time you get to the Bullseye property. So great infrastructure. Gander's about 11,000 people. The government is super supportive. Like, you couldn't ask for more support. We all go to these mining conferences to kind of create awareness, and I'll see Minister Parsons, Andrew Parsons there supporting mining companies in the jurisdiction. There was a news report out about 5 years ago saying we want to see 5 new mines in the area. So. And the key thing is that they want to keep their kids home, their workers home. A lot of them fly off to different jurisdictions. But if we can create a mining industry, a strong mining industry like the early days of the Abitibi, that's going to create a lot of jobs for the province. So they see that long-term vision. Yeah. And they're supportive. So it's great.
I guess just to wrap up, looking ahead, what is the kind of long-term vision for Exploits?
Yeah, so we want to become the next large gold exploration company in the province of Newfoundland. Honestly, we want to be like New Found Gold. And when New Found started off about 4.5 years ago, there was no blueprint. There was no framework of how to do it right. And so we've really learned a lot from them. I kind of call them Big Brother, because we see what's happened. They've created a blueprint for us. So their billion-dollar market cap was created off great drill results. So we're going to hopefully find a few more gold discoveries on Bullseye, and maybe even Gazebo too. When we get to Gazebo, that's a huge property. You can fit all the New Found gold discoveries basically into our Gazebo property to the north.
Wow.
Yeah, so we kind of view Bullseye as the spark, and Gazebo is the potentially billion-dollar company maker. So that's kind of like the plan. And honestly, I'm super happy. Like last week, I think New Found announced, they drilled deep, and they found sort of like down a kilometer. They found the same kind of like the coarse gold and the geology that they have near surface. Okay. So that's huge. So it means that could they have 3 times more than what they currently have? That means for us who have on the same fault line, the same geology, lithology, that we potentially could have something down deep as well. And they did a great job. They spent $10 million on seismic to kind of show what the faults are down below, and they went over a Bullseye property, and we got that information for free. So we're talking to the same consultant that New Found is, because we want the best and brightest to kind of tell us where at depth it could be. So even though we're kind of drilling on surface, there could be a lot more down below, almost like an iceberg.
Well, Jeff, looking forward to hearing more from Exploits throughout the year. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, James. It's great.